Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and as you can see, sneak peek number 2 is here for the December update, and it is a three-piece, if you will. 3 new uniforms for 3 free-to-play characters. This is really good. However, it's not really the sneak peek that I wanted, so hopefully there is more to come. I was definitely hoping for Havoc after seeing Polaris, but this is good news for a couple different reasons. So we're gonna dissect this. Cyclops is getting a uniform, which means he's more than likely going to return to being a superhero. So right here they said, these mutant superheroes unite in their mission to protect their kind across the world in their new looks. Extra X-Men powers. Okay, so all 3 of these guys are going to be heroes once again. Even though technically the Archangel uniform didn't turn Angel into a villain, it should have. However, the Phoenix 5 uniform definitely did that. It turned Cyclops into a villain, and Cyclops returning to the side of good, him being a superhero once more, is actually very useful for free-to-play players, because majority of you guys do not have this Krakoan summer uniform for Storm, so you're really struggling in ABL currently on round 7. Storm is still going to be valuable, but she's going to lose a little bit of value, presuming Cyclops gets a tier 4. And I'm saying this because of the fact that every character we've seen recently get a new uniform, if they had a tier 3 already, in addition to their new uniform, they also got a tier 4. So it looks like Cyclops might very well be getting tier 4. However, if he doesn't, it will be interesting to see how much he scores on this day right here, because currently the only character you can use to get over 6 million is Storm. So Cyclops might be a really good option for you guys to tier 4. And Cyclops is going to have a lot of overlap between Storm and Iron Man for World Boss Legend. So you can see right here this command tag. You can use characters with the command tag on stage 89 against Mephisto, and currently the only character that can get through there is Storm. So Cyclops getting a tier 4 will definitely help a lot of free-to-play players who did not pick up the uniform for Storm. And then we also have the energy projection tag, which is shared with Iron Man, but most of you guys already have Iron Man. The thing that I don't like really though is, if they give Cyclops a tier 4, they absolutely have to stop doing what they've been doing with him, where they basically just make his leadership a little bit better, make his support passive a little bit better, and keep his damage mediocre. Cyclops has never been a damage dealer. So I don't want another uniform for Cyclops if he's just going to be a leadership / support character, right? And if they're gonna tier 4 this guy and just keep him as a leadership / support, 9 out of 10 of you guys should not tier 4 him. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with this new uniform for Cyclops. I would like to see something different. This uniform right here, the Phoenix 5 uniform, is still gonna hold a lot of value because it turns him into a supervillain, and it gives you a pretty good buff from his 4-star passive. Plus it has the Phoenix tag, which is very useful for new players on Shadowlands stage 34, that stage that has Thanos, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and the Silver Surfer. So even with this new uniform coming for Cyclops, if you recently picked up this one right here for Black Friday, don't worry, it's not losing all of its value, because Cyclops is literally the only leadership / support character you have for Blast Supervillain Day for ABX and ABL. So he's still going to be valuable in this uniform. However, I am very intrigued to see what they're going to do for Angel and Beast, because right here they said extra X-Men powers, and I looked at the trailer and I really didn't see anything that indicates that these two are going to be getting tier 3 or awakened skills. But I guess it's safe to assume that if Cyclops is going to get a tier 4, then these guys are going to definitely be in an awakened skill together. We saw the same thing for Riri Williams and Moon Girl, so it wouldn't be too far-fetched for them to do something similar for Angel and Beast. However, that would make it so that Beast is the only character of the original X-Men to get an awakened skill instead of a tier 3. And it's very interesting because I was wondering what they were going to do and why they left him out for so long. For Rogue, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Magneto, everyone that came in at the same time that he came in got a tier 3, and he's just been chilling at tier 2. It definitely wouldn't feel right for him to get another uniform and then still be at tier 2. So it makes sense that he's either going to be transcended with Angel or he's gonna get a tier 3. But with Angel there, it would be really strange for them to give Beast a tier 3 and then Angel a tier 3. It just makes more sense for them to put them together, just because, you know, Netmarble don't want to do more work. Anyways, one thing I want to comment on briefly here is how these uniforms actually look, because they look absolutely fantastic. Okay, this trailer is such high quality, and this look for Angel, oh my god, this uniform is by far easily his best looking uniform. Cyclops looks like Cyclops. You know, me personally, I prefer the Phoenix look than this one, but this look for Angel with the hair down, the sleek suit, oh my god, it looks so sick. Beast looks amazing too, but if I had to pick a winner, bro, if this was like a fashion contest, they're trying to make a statement, I'm sorry, bro, I gotta go with Angel. Y'all let me know which one of these uniforms you like the most. However, back to what matters, because this is not Marvel Fashion Fight, or maybe it is, I don't know, but the point is, I seen some of you guys commenting that because we're getting 3 new uniforms in the second sneak peek, this is more than likely going to be an epic quest. And the thing is, I highly doubt it. If anything, maybe we get a World Boss Legend added for December, or maybe we get a new Giant Boss raid. I don't think we're getting an epic quest, and frankly, I don't want one. I don't know why you guys want to just burn energy doing these mindless missions for epic quests, bro. I don't enjoy them. Like, I enjoyed Doctor Strange, Rise of the X-Men, and then after that, bro, it just kind of got boring, repetitive, and tedious. Like, for me personally, I don't want any more of these epic quests. But I don't see how they're gonna make an epic quest with characters that are already a part of another epic quest. But let's play devil's advocate. Let's say we are getting an epic quest. What are they gonna do here? They're gonna put Angel and Polaris in the epic quest together and then just reuse characters that they already used? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I personally think the reason why they gave 3 free-to-play characters uniforms right after Polaris is because they're gonna put Polaris in the X gene selector, because if you take a look at this X gene selector, bro, it's looking barren. I'm sorry, literally the only characters in here that you want: Dazzler, Kitty Pryde, and Namor. That's it. So it would make more sense for them to put more characters in here so they can make more sales. Sure, some of you guys may argue that Gambit is a fan favorite, so people are gonna buy this thing for him. But if you take a look at this X gene selector and then you take a look at the bio selector, you can see there is a massive imbalance, and there's way more valuable characters in this one as opposed to this one. So my guess is they drop Polaris first. She's definitely gonna be a paywall. You might get lucky and they give her away for free via the Future Pass. And the reason why they followed up with 3 uniforms for 3 free-to-play characters is so that people don't lose their mind. Because one thing that often happens when we get mutant updates is that people usually get really upset that mutants are hard to attain. And I think that's part of the reason why when they see mutants, they're like, oh my god, it has to be an epic quest. I want it to be an epic quest so bad, because of the fact that if it's an epic quest, it's more than likely gonna be farmable, similar to Rise of the X-Men, where you could just come in here and get a minimum of 10 bios per day for your favorite mutant. But regardless of what happens, as long as Beast and Angel don't stay trapped at tier 2, I'll be fine with it, even if it's an epic quest. I'd love to see something for Phantom X and Domino as well, but let's see what they do for sneak peek number 3. My money is on a new Giant Boss raid by the end of the year. That would be dope. Okay, I noticed lately Dormammu's Giant Boss raid has been kind of barren. Sometimes I'll be in there for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes waiting, and no one is playing. It's actually kind of wild. Maybe it's the time of day that I'm playing, I don't know. But maybe it's time to spice it up, Netmarble, with a new Giant Boss raid, you dig? Anyways, guys, leave me your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited for new uniforms for Angel, Cyclops, and Beast? And do you think they're actually going to make Cyclops a DPS if he does become a tier 4? Because ain't nobody trying to tier 4 a support character. It just doesn't make sense.